Yes, people, what is happening? I hope everyone is doing well. Now, in this video, I'm going to go through exactly how Sophie Rain made $43 million on OnlyFans. Now, this number is pretty insane. And if you don't think you can literally just get 1% of this, then you're literally going crazy, right? So I'm going to go through that. I'm not going to cut this video. I'm not going to do any of that bullshit. It's going to be completely raw. I'm just going to tell you my honest opinions from making over $1 million this year with OFM. And yeah, it's not as much as Sophie Rain, but at the end of the day, that's the game, right? We are all trying to get to the next spot. So first of all, I want to talk about sales funnels, because sales funnels are one of the most important things in OFM. So how does she actually get the traffic to OnlyFans to make $43 million? Now, as you can imagine, it's not just from one platform. She has got multiple different platforms that she is using to promote herself on. Now, the first one is Instagram. We can go over to her Instagram and kind of see what is happening over here. As you can see, she is posting very viral type reels, which are actually pretty common. But, you know, one of the main differences is the quality is very, very high quality. She's also doing content with different creators, which obviously they just all use each other's brand to build each other up. Most likely she's signed to the same agency as these creators behind, or they're just doing a paid sort of partnership, whatever it might be, right? And she's also got a TikTok, she's also got a Twitter, she's also got a Snapchat. Now, what is the similarities between all of these different platforms? The similarities are they are all funneling to exactly the same place, which is her OF, right? So if we go and check out her sales funnels, we can see her snip feed, right? What is on her snip feed? And as you can see, she has got her OF in here, and she's also got a Twitter, a Snapchat. Even me personally, her making $43 million, I wouldn't recommend putting the other platforms in the bio, right? I don't know what her reasoning for that is, unless she just wants, if she wants to diversify her brand, because she's already making a shit ton of money. Completely makes sense, right? But, you know, I always tend to say, especially if you've got a model with, say, 50 to 150,000 followers, literally just put the OF link. Literally just put that, because it's going to persuade people to go to that link, and they're not going to be trying to see your content for free anywhere else, right? So it's definitely going to increase your subs. But, you know, because Sophie Rain is very famous now, she obviously has the leverage to be able to do this without affecting her OF results too much at all, right? So what a sales funnel basically is from when a customer first sees the model on social media, for example, on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Reddit, whatever it might be, to the moment he's actually spending on the OF account. So all of that in between is the sales funnel. So step one in the sales funnel is obviously come through one of our reels. It's probably going to end up on their reels feed, right? Step two of the sales funnel is click the snip feed. And step three of the sales funnel is click the OF. And as you can see, a lot of the time, when you click someone's OF, it asks for your date of birth. But what is that? What is that doing? That's adding another step to the sales process, which is going to decrease the percentage of people who are actually going to pay and subscribe, right? You know, they're all funneling to her snip feed, and the snip feed is funneling to her OF, right? So once the subscribers are actually got on OF, how is she actually making the money? How the fuck does someone make $43 million from OF? Because it is pretty ridiculous, right? So, first of all, she's charging $5 for a subscription. So she got 50% off, which is making it look very appealing to quickly subscribe. It's only $5. If people don't like it, then they can obviously leave. She doesn't have too much on the feed, which means there is always more to upsell through DMs. So first of all, she's making a shit ton of money through just the subscriptions alone, because she's got thousands of people on the account. Yeah. So even the subscriptions alone is making her a shit ton of money. What else though? What else is actually making her the money? Second of all is chatting. As you can see, it says available now. Now this is not her on the account. This is a management agency on the account, right? So a management agency is on the account doing all the chatting for her. And because there is a demand for more and more content, they are there to meet that demand. And they're going to sell that content. And yeah, that's where they're going to make most of their money, through the messages and the tips. So we usually see at least 80% coming from messages and tips. and only about 20% coming from subscriptions. Now, it could be even higher on here. I don't know how mad her chatting team are. However, that is like the normal that you would see. I would probably say it's about 35 million in messages and tips. Just from my opinion. Next is mass PPV. So what she is basically doing is sending out mass PPVs to everyone. Now, there's a certain way to do this because, as people know, not everyone is willing to spend the same amount on the same piece of content, right? They're not willing to spend the same amount on the same piece of content. So how can we make sure that the people that are going to spend higher are going to buy it for higher instead of just sending it to everyone for $20, for example? Say there's 2 videos and you have 5 different lists. One is low spenders. Well, one is spenders that haven't spent anything. One is okay spenders. One is mid spenders. One is good spenders. And one is whales, right? So you have 5 different lists. Now, for each of these 5 different lists, we're going to put a different price. So the low spenders, we might do $7. The okay spenders, we might do $20. The mid spenders, we might do $35. The whales, we might do $100. Whatever it might be, right? And obviously, she has the leverage to be able to send out for pretty much any price she wants and be able to get some buys, right? Because she's got a shit ton of people on there. So it's obviously pretty crazy what is possible, especially with an OF account like this. Feed unlocks. This is also another one. So similar to mass PPV, she's going to be posting videos on the feed, which you have to unlock. And you basically just put a preview there. So you put a preview to try and entice people into buying. And once they click buy, they get the entire video, right? So feed unlocks is another big thing that she's doing. And the last thing is tips. Now, this kind of comes into the same thing as chatting because you get the tips through the chatting. However, it is obviously just a different revenue stream. So, yeah, like this is just, it's just insane numbers, right? It's literally from one model. So if you're, contemplating setting up an OnlyFans agency, or you're a model who wants to do well, but just haven't got to that point yet, then, honestly think to yourself, this girl's made 43 mil. Cool. That's 1 in a million, right? But can you not even get 1% of that? Can you not get 400,000 a year? Can you not get 2 million a year? Of course you can, right? If you're even doing, 10% as much stuff as she is, you're still going to get good results. So, there's a big opportunity in this space at the moment. So if you are an agency and you are looking to start an OnlyFans management agency, or you currently have an agency but you are looking to scale up, then DM me on Insta and we will get on a free strategy call to see where you are currently at and how you're actually going to get to that next point. And if you're a model, you can also hit me up on Instagram as well, LOOXSTN, and the links are in the description if you are looking for management, and we can basically see, are we a good fit for each other? Anyway, that is the end of the video. Just know what is possible in this business model. Take care.